put the we're now being recorded.
Okay. So
And we had a guest and then they just dropped off.
Right. I'm sure she'll come back, or he. I'm not sure if it was a he or she.
I don't know.
Version.
Just okay. But you know, we're working through all these kinks. By the time we're expert at this, we'll be back meeting in person.
Exactly.
So, although I have to say, this is not terrible, these Zoom meetings.
No, it's not actually. Pretty soon, no one's gonna want to drive anywhere.
Right.
We're gonna be acclimated.
Hugh, hi, Hugh.
Oh.
Hi. Are you one of the lucky people who's gotten a vaccine already?
Oh no.
Isn't he?
Oh yeah. You're a frontline worker.
No, I'm well, the VA is getting 7,000 doses. Los Angeles VA is giving 7,000 doses, and I probably won't be in the first 7,000 because they've got to get the vets who are already in a community in a nursing home, then the ICU staff, ER staff taking care of patients who are positive on the floor, and then vets who are 70 or 80 years old. We have a population of 80-year-old vets. So I won't be in the first round. I'll be in the second round.
Well, especially since if you got 7,000, that's really 3,500 people because they have to get 2 doses.
Right.
That's right.
Well, that's going to be interesting to get those doses within a 6-hour period that the shot is good for. That's going to be very interesting, logistically speaking.
Yeah, the whole thing is interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to call the meeting to order.
Okay.
6:36, even though we are lacking a few folks. But due to the crisscross in the link, which we have modified the process already, we'll go ahead and see what happens.
All right. Well,
so you're putting the agenda up.
I did put. Yeah. Can you see it? I've just put up the agenda.
I see it. Thank you.
And
it appears that every meeting will begin with a COVID sentence or topic or discussion.
Right.
Yeah, it appears to be that way. So, Hugh, can you hear me? No.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So there's no need to mute yourself because unless you have noise on your end, I have jazz in the background that hopefully you can still hear me though.
Right. Well, as soon as you guys approve the agenda, I'm gonna turn off my video and turn off my sound. And as I said, I have to run out the door. So you guys can just hopefully watch the waiting room and maybe somebody will join in. But
okay, there will be changes to the agenda. One reason because Paula is sick. I'm gonna go ahead and do that for her part of the 7:30 portion. Instead, I'm going to address 2 of the organizations that are on the front line of assisting the homelessness population, and that will be the People Concerned and HOPICS. Okay. So accessory dwelling units 9 times out of 10 will be the January 21st meeting. And I also asked one of the councilmen to come and give us a 2020 overview of where they stand with the city right now. Since we're not gonna have the traditional homeless count in January like we normally would, they came up with a new methodology through LASA for a point in time counting. So.
Okay.
So so for the
purposes of recording the meeting, the agenda, and I'd make a motion, move to approve the agenda as revised, tabling item 5.
Rescheduling.
Res-
Yeah.
Tabling and
Reschedule.
rescheduling item
Yes.
5. And the other things you were discussing will be within item 3, so we don't need to change the agenda. So,
Correct.
so move to approve the agenda with the following change, which is item 5 is tabled to be rescheduled.
Second.
Okay. Table and reschedule.
And so I vote
Item
yes.
5. Yes, I vote yes.
Yes.
Okay. So update, Dorit is not feeling well at all. And she hasn't been for, it seemed like a week or so or
Right.
longer. And Paula is not feeling well either. So I'm like, wow, what is going on? I hope they've been safe. And we wish them to get better.
Right.
So I'll give them both a call sometime this week, give them time to rest and see what's going on, see what's happening with everyone. Okay.
So Tori, I've made both of you co-hosts, so that means just watch the waiting room, because you'll have to, if somebody else arrives, you'll need to admit the persons. Either one of you can do that.
Okay.
And I will be back. You, as co-host, you cannot end the meeting, so it's just going to keep going until I come back and turn it off. But I'm going to turn off my video and my sound and walk out the door.
Okay. Well, I anticipate.
Not that I hate you or anything. It's just I'm still at work and I have to go do something for work. Okay.
Oh, I know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if I don't see you guys, have a very safe holiday.
Yeah, just check in with us about 7:45.
Yep. Okay. Will do. Bye.
Sounds good. Bye-bye. Okay, Hugh. Where'd the agenda go? Did Laura? She's gone without the agenda. Well, I know the agenda.
I got the agenda.
Pardon me?
I got the agenda.
Yeah, I do too. So we're good. But if other people pop in, pretty much let's have discussion about what's been going on and what you've been seeing. Anything different as far as homelessness population when you're driving around the city?
Unfortunately, no changes that I'm seeing.
No better, no worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, at least I feel good that we know people are working on it, but you don't see it on a day-to-day basis. The only way you really know is if you talk to the companies, see exactly what they're doing and what areas they're actually working on. But we have to get better. We have to do more. And we need the city and the county to assist us,
Absolutely.
But I have been utilizing the 311 button. That's something that I'm giving out today. Actually, I gave out some 311 flyers and some of the other beautification flyers for people to start using more, so everyone can be involved with being part of the solution, as opposed to just driving by and seeing all this trash everywhere and not saying anything. So I've had to call twice, 3. I called Bureau of Sanitation one day last week or 2 for some of these new trash cans that they put out. That they have to get on some type of consistent schedule, which is nothing is consistent right now. But if you're gonna put the trash cans out, we need to be able to have them empty. So
Obviously.
yeah, and not overflowing onto the ground and blowing down the street. So, but I must say they are pretty responsive to the 311 calls, because they know that it's actually there. you know? And it's so funny, when I called into the Bureau of Sanitation, one of the trash cans they didn't even have on their map. So that explained why it was not getting dumped and taken care of, because it was never seen to be put on the route. So the citizens are a great help to the city by identifying some of these issues and seeing what the underlying causes are. Yep. So anything else regarding homelessness? Any suggestions, solutions, any interaction?
None for me.
Yeah. Me, well, we talked about, oh, that's what I meant to ask you about, the minutes. The minutes for 9/24, we'll table the minutes. So let's document that the minutes will be tabled for what, September and November? Did you do November or did you read?
No, I didn't. I was late.
Right. So Paula, I have to check with Paula, because I think Paula probably did. So we have to check with those. So we'll review and approve both of those. Well, it'll be 3 by then in January. Okay.
Sounds good.
January review. Okay. So did you hear what happened with the agenda? The agenda had a different link on it. It had the November link on it. Did you try to get in with that?
No,
So I don't know. Laura says she sent out the right one to the general population.
oh, okay. Well, I got in with no problem.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Well, we modified the process, tweaked it a little bit, and so that shouldn't happen again. It's just that I had sent it out to a couple of people, and I know they probably like, what is going on here? But I invited one of the councilmen that was over homelessness to come speak with us early part of next year and give us a 2020 overview of what they have done for the last year, and see who the chair will rotate to next. Because remember, as you recall, I mentioned before, it was Marquise Harris Dawson, then it went to Mitchell Farrell, and then 2021, it'll go to another council person.
So who did you invite to come, or are you waiting to find out?
Mitchell Farrell.
Oh, Farrell? Okay.
Yeah, because he'll do the 2020 overview. So it'll be the early part of next year, so he can talk about what happened in 2020. That is should be very interesting, considering 2020 is like no other year we've ever had.
Yes.
Ever. So since you guys are getting back to COVID, since you're getting 7,000 doses, is that many people in the veterans nursing homes?
Oh, no. That's, they're starting in the nursing homes, but we've got easily more than 7,000 80-year-olds.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you be careful while you out there. So pretty much, this is our open discussion, anticipating that we had more people like we normally do, right? So yeah. with you and I here, we're gonna probably finish this meeting in what, the next half an hour?
Maybe sooner.
So what I'm gonna do is just go over a little bit. I was looking at the people concerned, and they're right there, 21st and Arlington, right? Right across from the gas station. When you get off the 10 freeway headed north, that's the very first. When you get out, when you headed west on the 10 freeway and you exit.
People's Concern, is that?
People Concerned.
The People Concerned.
Yeah, that's the name of it. So yeah, as soon as you get off the 10 freeway on Arlington, headed north, It's the first building that's right there. So they're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and one of their mission is that it believes no one should have to live on the street or in a violent household. Our staff, volunteers, and those we serve, you don't have to write all that. We can just Google them and you'll get most of this.
Right.
Our staff, volunteers, and those we serve work together to address the effects of homelessness, poverty, mental and physical illness, abuse, and addiction. Our programs empower the most vulnerable among us to improve their quality of life, housed, healthy, and safe, and become active participants in the community. So I looked at some of their numbers. It says, together we are changing lives. So last year they had 5,000 plus individuals experiencing homelessness, and they were engaged by their outreach teams who connected them to services, referrals, and housing resources. Then they had 2,058 formerly homeless individuals received ongoing services in permanent supportive housing. And they had 1,524 adults and children escaping unsafe homes and were served through Sojourn domestic violence services. So that seems like quite a bit. And so it seems like their housing average is more than the city right now, but I'm just looking at, what LASA's numbers and the city controller's numbers. I'm starting to wonder, why don't all these numbers get put in one pot together and have a direct reporting agency where we know the truth about the story and the progress of housing, the homeless, So I'm just wondering if that could be a suggestion in the future. Regardless of how many nonprofits or how many agencies you have, there should be one pot, especially if it's county-wide, of all of these numbers as a collective. I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. But another one of their main things, they said they had 92% of program participants placed in permanent housing by the people concerned, never experience homelessness again. I don't know how they make that statement, but they do have life skills and wellness. They have income assistance with money management. They have medical care with access to on-site mobile and in-home medical care. They have interim housing, which provides integrated services and case management. They have domestic violence services, which includes shelters, support groups, and a 24-hour hotline provided to tailor the adult and child that are victims of domestic violence, which we have grants for that throughout the city. They have mental health care, which is on-site and field-based mental health clinicians, and provide psychiatric care. They have permanent supportive housing and outreach and engagement teams. So they have a pretty well-rounded program, sounds like. But one day, if you ever get a chance, or we'll just go over there one day and probably sit down and meet with the executive director, John, and see how we can be of more assistance in the community since they're right here. Also, what you see at that address is the other organization that runs the housing that's in back of the district office, right there off of Manhattan Place. That organization, I think it's called 1036. I went to visit them at the PICO office before, but they have a mini site right there in the People Concerned building. So their interim housing is, they have one called Cloverfield, El Puente, San Michelle, Solar, all caps, Turning Point, The Village, Kensington, and they have, that's all administrative offices, and they have 19 permanent supportive housing units and have some affiliation with the Annenberg Access Center. So one of these days soon, and here's something I hadn't really, doesn't seem to be common, and it's called flyaway homes, which are created. It says have created a strategic partnership to launch and scale an innovative, fully integrated, sustainable solution to ending homelessness. Their partnership leverages over 55 years of experience of the people concerned and the pioneering development model for building permanent housing recently introduced to the market by Flyaway Homes. Now that's something I have to look into further to see exactly how that process goes. But it says together they are developing and testing a new strategy to replace the expensive and slow development process, which severely constrains Los Angeles's ability to permanently house its chronically homeless neighbors, while building on proven best practices for housing people and providing the essential supportive services they need to remain housed, healthy, and safe. So if you get a chance, just Google that, and that'll get the majority, and we could just add that in.
What was the name of the group that's running the place right behind the district office?
The people, oh, I think that's 1036 is a number.
1030, okay.
Let me see. I can probably Google it. Let me give you exactly. But I think it's either 1036 or 1034. I'm trying to see if I Google the building, it's on, it looks like an address, but it's not. That's the name of the organization. Let me see, the people concerned. Yeah, or I'll just get that to you as soon as we finish the meeting, which will be in a second or so. I'm pretty sure it's 1036 though. Let me see. Ooh, excuse me. Here we go, right here. That's Charles. I got a new phone I'm trying to get used to. And as always, a phone call comes in at the same time you're looking it up. Here we go. Okay. The people concerned. Okay, here we go. Arlington address. Okay, see this building? See that color? That's it. The colors. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the people's concerned.
Yes. Yes. And they're right in the same building. Let me see if I can see if it shows that on the front.
Oh, okay. Same.
Yeah, because the address shows, here it is. Let me see. Oh, you know, it gave me the, it's showing me the traffic. Oh, here it is. Dear, it says dear neighbor on it. Huge, it's really huge. Okay, now it's not showing it to me. It's on the side of the freeway, the name. But I'm gonna do this 1036 because there's another one on Pico Boulevard. Let me see, go. Nah, I'll get it for you because I have the card and everything, but put a blank on that, say, and
Okay.
I'll get it to you before we review and approve the minutes. Okay, so that's the people concerned. Now, topics, that's the other one that I wanted to talk about, and it's all capitals. It's HOPICS. And that's a homeless outreach program. And they right now are doing really, really good. They have 5 interim houses. And they're about to complete one on Hoover and Manchester that has showers, storage, and a laundromat. The target for completion of that is February 15th, 2021. And they also will provide mailboxes if they're physically enrolled in one of their programs. And currently, they have 23 programs right now. And that includes some of the case management, outreach, intensive case management, trauma centers, substance abuse counselors, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll type this portion up for you and send it to you.
Okay.
Before the end of the year, maybe tonight. But I'm gonna give you a telephone number to put on there, because anytime they need assistance or anything, they can call 323. Anytime you want to help anyone, 948-0444. And now they have a rapid rehousing program, which is going to be connected directly to Project Room Key for permanent housing. But they're only working in 2 areas, one over by UNNC Hotel and then one hotel in Compton. So we don't have this in our area yet, where from this particular agency, but that effort will help at least 175 people. And that project should be completed by February of 2021 as well. And then the next 3 months, well, approximately, yeah. So then they said right now their feeding programs has been amazing. They've had outreach from the food bank, from Doolin's, private restaurants, case management deliveries, and their outreach team actually deliver to the homes the food and everything. And I reported Leimert Park to them today for them to outreach to them tomorrow, because I passed by and saw at least 15 people in this one location. So between the hours of 8 and 4:30, hopefully they'll send their outreach team out to look at that particular location and see what they can do with that. But so I'm gonna type this up and send to you both what I can, and I'll send the link to that, and then I'll look up the 10. I'll double check the 1036. And that's pretty much it for now. Our presentation from the what did I say the name was? We'll go ahead and I can't even think right now. It's under pressure. But anyway, so between me and you, we got quite a bit to work with right now. But we'll check on Dorit and Paula. And I think that we're going to postpone this. I mean, we're going to continue this meeting in January.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I said yes.
Okay, no, I heard you, but
Yeah.
you okay otherwise?
Oh yeah, I'm, I still go to work every day. My life hasn't really changed that much from all of the craziness most people have gone through, because
Oh, I know, it's very different, I must say. But all this work that needs to be done, people need to be hiring instead of firing. And instead of firing, they should just ask people, do they want to cut and pay,
and
Cut pay is better than nothing.
we have how many unemployed people right now who could be given jobs helping homeless people?
Exactly.
What's the problem here?
I don't know, something's wrong with the system. I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of people that's ready to work.
Exactly.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
So we just have to figure out how we can make that happen. But there's a lot of things that need to be done, and it's a way that we could streamline it by having a hub that's really active,
Yes.
that knows how to tie things together and collaborate. But this too shall pass, and we'll keep working at what we need to do and work on it and try to do our part.
Each one of us does a little bit, it'll go a long way.
It does. It really does. Like feeding
Right
those
now,
people on Thanksgiving.
our
But
government isn't doing its bit.
well, we have to wonder why. But after they transition and get situated in January, it'll be time for us to sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll
So
keep pushing them.
our homelessness team will have to sit down with Mr. Ridley Thomas, councilman, and see what we can come up with.
I agree.
Okay, so just get to jotting down some notes and things that can change, and let's address them. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, we're gonna adjourn at 7:05. I think that's long enough for people to have popped in, and even though it says to 8, so I wish we could put a sign up. Is there a way to put a sign? I'll text Laura. I'll text her.
I don't know.
It should be a way to put a note up that says meeting
Meeting
adjourned.
adjourned. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see what we can do here. I'm gonna go to the chat and meeting has adjourned early. All information covered. Item number 5 tabled and rescheduled to January 2021. Okay, and if there are any comments, questions, Lord, or concerns, please reach out to Tori. Okay, 310. I know. Oh no, I should put Tori. What's our email? At UNNC. Tori dot. Anyway.
Glad you know. I didn't know.
I know we don't use those .org. Okay, and we'll leave that up right there for everyone. If they pop in, you can see that, right?
All I see is meeting adjourned early, all information covered. The rest of it didn't show up for some
Okay,
reason.
enter. There.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Okay, so we're gonna leave that posted right there. And as soon as someone comes in, Laura, I'm gonna say, Laura, you may close out the Zoom at 7:45 p.m. Okay?
Sounds great.
Thank you so much, Hugh, for your dedication. I appreciate you immensely.
We're going to keep working on it.
Yes, we are. And we're going to check on our committee members and see if they're okay.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll keep you posted, okay?
Cool. Thanks.
Okay. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Uh-oh, both of us can't sign out, I don't think. We'll see. Go ahead and sign out. I'm gonna see if this stays up.
Okay. Bye.
Good night. Okay, still there. So if I go out, it'll still be there as well because Laura's open on her screen. Wonderful. Okay, I hope, because they co-hosted us. Ugh. Okay, so leave it. You know what? I'll leave it like this.